A very good morning to Madam Akma and to all my fellow friends. Before we get into our title, I would like to introduce ourselves. Myself, I'm Ravindran Lekirameya.
My name is Shafiza binti Saadud.
All right, so today we would like to present our project, which is General Linguistics, for the title Article Analysis. And the article we chose is The Practice of Medical Technology falls under Sociology of Health and Illnesses. So from this, we can see that we chose the title, which is Medical Issues. So without further ado, let's get into our introduction. First and foremost, Sociology of Health and Illnesses is a review of 25 years of scholarship in the field of medical technology. Technology in practice, social essentialism, and technological determinism are the three main themes. So from here, we can see that those medical surgeons and doctors involves those technology in their surgeries, maybe in their daily while handling patients, they involve those technologies in their in medical field. It is because we're living in 2022 and all the technologies nowadays are so advanced, and also it can be used in various fields such as medical field. So that's why today's doctors and surgeons, they chose to use technology to cure illness and also to do surgeries maybe in today's world. So from here, according to Peter Conrad, suggested that medical professionals were attracted to technologies that minimized patient compliance issue. So as we all know that major surgery such as brain surgery is very complicated. So while the surgery get complicated, the level of a patient survives get higher. So a doctor or a surgeon use technologies to do the surgery may less down the severity of the surgery, and also the survival rate of a patient get increased. So it also has been proven in this article. So I would like to emphasize here that technologies has been a useful tool in medical field. So moving on to next, which is example of four elements. The four elements that we chose is morphology, syntax, semantics, and word formation. So I would like to discuss and present about morphology and also semantics. First and foremost, morphology. We chose the subtopic, which is morphological description. So before we like to move on to our examples, I would like to explain a little what is morphology. Okay, morphology is the study of forms, the branch of linguistics, and one of the major components of grammar that studies word structures, especially in terms of morphemes. The study and discussion of word formation as inflection, derivation, and compounding in language. Also, it involves study of word formation and structure of words. So maybe a sentence is we may never know a sentence is in a grammatical order, whether it's whether the grammar is correct or not. So by using morpheme, we can identify that our sentence is in the correct structure. So how? By labeling it one by one. We will look at it. We will look at the example later. So this shows that our sentence is in the grammatical order. So next slide, which is the example from the article. So we took one sentence from the article, which is page 8, paragraph 2, line 1. The general purpose of this approach is to gauge what technologies do. So let's separate it in the table form and do it one by one. So the word the falls under functional, general falls under lexical, and the word purpose falls under lexical as well. So the word for of falls under functional, and this also falls under functional. However, the word for approach falls under inflectional, and is and to also falls under functional. The word gauge is lexical element, and also what is falls under functional, and technologies it also falls under lexical, and finally do falls under functional. So from this, we can see that which category that the word comes from. For example, we can know that the word the word general maybe comes under lexical. So lexical shows that it is may be from the word adjective maybe. So this kind of word comes under morpheme, so that we can identify our sentence is either grammatically correct. So next element, which is semantics. Okay, semantics. So for this, we chose lexical relations, as it is for us to identify in this article. So before we get into the meaning of semantics, so there is few semantics that that can be discussed, which is there are a few type of semantics. So we choose lexical relations. So what is lexical relation? Is the study of semantics includes the study of how a meaning is constructed, interpreted, clarified, obscured, and illustrated, negotiated, and also constructed and paraphrased. Semantic is the area of linguistics, the analysis, the meaning of words, paraphrases, and sentences in language. So from here, we get to know that a semantics is a relationships of words, particularly nouns. So it also means that meaning of the word always given in words that relates, or meaning not exact meanings. Maybe some some cases the sentences are not really in the same meaning. So from here we get to know that semantics is study of how meaning is constructed. So maybe this explanation may be not very clear. So when we look into the examples, we know how semantic works. So the example we took from the article is all right, sorry for that. Okay, for the example from the article we took, we chose three elements for semantics, which is synonym, antonym, and homophones. So we would like to do two synonym and antonym here. So synonym is somewhat surprising. Synonym is that a meaning of two words brings the same meaning. So for example, that we did, the sentence we took is, it is somewhat surprising that we could find several examples of technological determinism in 25 years of sociology of health and illness. So we bold the word several. So several brings the same meaning as a few. So that is what we call synonym, same meaning. So next is antonym. Antonym is like opposite of a word, the meaning. Okay, let's see the sentence. It is to be inseparable, stress the impact of particularities, social factors, values, culture from the moment of the patient's first encounter with medicine. So the word stress, opposite of the stress is relax. Stress is we get tension. So relax is we get relaxed, calm. So antonym is the opposite of the meaning. So moving on to next element.
Okay, the next element is word formation process. As we can know, word formation process has 9 elements, but today I only will share with you guys 5 elements. So the first element is derivation. Derivation is we will add suffix or prefix as to become a new word. So my first example is treat, and we will add men and it will become a treatment. Okay, so the next element is back, and the back formation. Back formation is we will have a longer words and become a shorter words. So my example for back formation is implementation to implement, and the second example is innovation. We will shorten it into innovate. So the third element that I have chosen is conversion. Conversion is conversion is we will change noun to verb or verb to noun. As we can see, I have choose shape. Shape is a noun, but I will change it to verb. We can say it to shape. To shape and shape. Okay, the second example is to fight. To fight is a verb, but I will change it into noun. So it's only a fight. Okay, the next element is compounding. Compounding is we will use two actual words into one new word. So my example is clear cut. I will take clear and cut, combine it into a clear cut. Okay, the next example is outcome. I will take out and come into a new word. So my last element that I will show you guys is borrowing. Borrowing is maybe some words that is from another country to take into English as a new word. So the first word is science. We will know science is a word that is from Latin. And the second word is agenda. Agenda word is also from Latin. So we will go into next element is syntax. What is syntax? Syntax is an arrangement of word and phrase to create a well-formed sentence in a language, in an English language. So, syntax has some rules that I will show you all next. So my example for this article, I will take this sentence. He did not explain how technology works as an instrument of social control. So as we can see, the first must be a sentence as, and the second will have noun phrase and verb phrase. So for the noun phrase is noun. So our first noun is he. Yes, and then verb phrase, and a verb or auxiliaries is the note. And for the explain, it is a verb, and for the how, it's complementizer. And for the technology, is a noun. So when it's a new noun, it will become a PP, not the VP anymore, because it will become a new sentence. So it will become a PP and not a verb phrase anymore. So as we can see, the last part of noun phrase is an MP. Noun phrase is about social control, and our new word here is of. Of is a preposition. So of is a preposition is different from others words. Okay, so next example is the latter social analysis focus on the actual content of technology development. So it's the same. Our first term must be a sentence, and we will be divided into noun phrase and verb phrase. So for our noun phrase, the latter social analysis. This forward is a noun phrase. So the is the determiners, and latter is adjective. Social analysis is same, they are noun. So we change to the verb phrase here. We change to here the verb phrase. We can see focus is a verb and on is a preposition. So you see, when there is a noun phrase, they will become a PP. It mean a new sentence. So and the noun phrase is the actual content. The for determiner, adjective, actual, and last noun for the content. So and then we go to the verb phrase is of. It's a preposition, and the last one noun phrase, the technology development. When we see the, it must be a noun phrase, and then the is of course determiner, technology is noun, and development is noun. So this is all my syntax example. So I will tell you my conclusion for today. My conclusion today, our article is about medical innovation gave healthcare professionals powerful tools to force people into accept healthy lifestyle. We contend that the logical progression of this paradigm is to go beyond criticism and influence the development and application of medical technologies, while the technology in practice orientation enables social scientists to critique the lofty hopes and dire warning embedded in medical technology. So this is today. everything for our presentation today.
Thank you for your attention, everyone.
Madam.
Yeah, thank you.